Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a while since I posted a video on my YouTube channel in which I give you some information on which I'm currently practicing. I'm practicing a couple of techniques, some different techniques, mainly focused around putting some percussion elements into my fingerstyle playing. And I'm improving my Travis picking somewhat by muting with the palm of my picking hand, the bass strings. I will demonstrate the techniques in which I'm practicing in this video, so those will follow. First, what I was playing in the intro is a specific technique used mainly or often, I have to say, by John Mayer, in which he flicks a string, a specific note, at the same time when he is slapping with his thumb on the strings to create a snare beat. So it's this. What I'm doing is the G string I'm slapping, and at the same time I'm flicking the G string with my index finger. What I notice is that I have to work on my muscle memory. This is taking a lot of concentration because it has a lot of elements which has to be correct. The first element is to have the snare effect by the thumb slap at the right volume. And sometimes I'm so concentrated on finding the right note with the index finger by flicking it that the slap is too soft, and then you don't create the snare effect. So that's the first element. The second element is that all the different notes, with the exception of the bass note, have to be flicked or pulled with my index finger. And normally when I'm playing fingerstyle, the middle finger is glued or assigned with the first string, the middle finger is the second string, and the index finger is the third string. And they have only one string which they have to pluck or pick. And now I only have to do it with my index finger, so my index finger has to move up and down the 6 strings. So that's another element which is new and which takes a lot of concentration. So yeah, that's interesting. And the last thing is that with the flicking, I have to be very precise to flick the right string to get the right note. So 3 things combined together which are very difficult. And as you can hear, sometimes the snare isn't loud enough, and that's because I am concentrating on getting the right note flicked with the index finger. Okay, you better watch out, John Mayer. I'm going after your song soon. Ha, just kidding. I have to practice this many, and even more many most hours. A lot of hours really practicing this. So probably the couple of the next weeks, every evening, this is what I'm doing at the couch. Just this little part. So this is the first percussion technique I'm practicing. The other one is to also, besides the thumb slap, which creates the snare sound, is focusing on getting a bass slap within my strumming. And the way I'm practicing it is by just picking some simple chords, and most of the times I'm using the A minor and then going to the E minor. A very simple chord progression, so that doesn't take too much of my focus. And then I'm just trying 16th notes, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a This sounds somewhat okay, but if you are really listening very closely, you can hear all kinds of things which aren't going correctly. What's the difficulty with this technique is that I have to continue this strumming, and it's very hard to get this effect. So with the back of my wrist, I have to slap to get the bass effect. The strumming has to continue. And when you are putting force, at least when I'm putting force in the slap, I have the habit to two things. Sometimes I don't strum at all. I only do the bass effect. And sometimes when I do strum, my strum becomes too intense because the force of this slap is also transferred into my index finger and in the strumming, which is becoming too loud. So you get... Sometimes I'm just concentrating on the bass. This is a way you can practice it, or this. With only the downstroke. It's also a way I can practice it. And then maybe an extra upstroke. Difficult. In my mind, I want to do things which I in reality can't, but that's okay. My mind is going faster, and that's the way to lead myself into becoming better technically, so I can really play it. I want to do boom, boom. Okay, difficult, but you get the idea. So it's difficult to create the bass effect and the downstroke at the same time, but the same goes for the slapping, because also with the slapping you have to do the downstroke at the same time. And that takes some practice. Okay, you get the idea. This is the second technique I'm currently practicing for creating some percussion effects. The last technique I'm also practicing not by learning songs, because you know probably if you're following me that I learn a lot by just learning to play songs or part of songs, but this I am sometimes practicing specifically, is muting the bass strings within songs which have a Travis picking. And you probably saw me practice, if you watched my earlier videos, Salisbury Hill by Peter Gabriel, which has a picking pattern, a Travis picking pattern in it, so with the alternating bass. And the idea is when you are muting, which I'm doing right now with the palm of my wrist, you somewhat mute the bass strings to make it more sound like a bass player. And when I'm not muting, you get this. Then the bass strings are ringing out. And sometimes they even use, and that's something I want to do in the future, use a thumb pick to even get this effect more than right now. And when I'm playing Salisbury Hill, as you can see, the muting is setting my hand in a somewhat different position, and then the picking is a lot harder, so the song isn't going as good as when I'm not using the palm muting. Yeah, not correctly, not really, I have to say, because this guitar, as you can see, this is my Eastman, the Dreadnought guitar. This guitar is very nice sounding for the Travis picking pattern, because this has more bass than my Yamaha, which you can see over here, and which you see me normally play. But the Yamaha has 10 gauge strings on it, and this has 12 gauge strings, so the string tension on this is a lot more. So this is a lot harder to play, and Salisbury Hill is giving me more trouble on this guitar than on the other guitar. And especially when I'm going to practice the palm muting. hope you get the idea. This is the best I can play right now. I'm sometimes also trying to practice the palm muting with another simple small finger picking arrangement. This one I've learned from Paul Davids on his YouTube channel. You probably have heard me play this before if you follow my YouTube channel. And this is also with a picking pattern, Travis picking pattern, so you can also work on the muting in this part. You get the idea. Tune it down to D. The last song, which is really difficult. You know that I practice Never Going Back Again by Fleetwood Mac. Fantastic song to learn to play on the acoustic guitar. I'm learning to play it for months now, maybe four months I guess. And that's my second attempt because in January, February of this year I was also trying to learn it. But then it was too difficult and I first had to pick some easy songs. But now it's going somewhat okay, not as good as I want to. But to give you an idea, 4 months of playing this song every week for some time during my practice sessions, then you can really know how difficult this song is to learn. And this also has a Travis picking pattern here. This is the bass line, and as you can hear, if I play it in this way, you also have the bass which is ringing out. But this is the most difficult song I play with the picking pattern. So when I'm here, have to palm mute here, it's very difficult. But somehow I have to somewhat mute the bass strings. People, and I still can't play this song flawlessly, but therefore it's very cool to play because it's challenging. These were the techniques I wanted to show you and to give you an idea of the way I am practicing those techniques. Like I said, these techniques I'm not learning specifically because I am learning a goal. It's not the goal to learn a song and therefore I practice these techniques, but I just want to improve my fingerstyle ability, and the percussion is something I haven't practiced before. And the great thing is I am keeping at the bound, I am keeping to set the oh people, English is so hard. I keep setting the boundaries ahead of me to motivate me and to really pick something which is difficult to make myself progress. because the picking patterns are becoming more easy and easy with the many hours I've practiced it. And this is new and very hard. Thank you for watching, and till the next video. Bye.